Have you ever wondered what it's really like to live alone as you grow older? While it's often portrayed as freeing and peaceful, the reality comes with its own set of challenges and surprises. From navigating emergencies without a safety net to finding purpose in daily routines, living alone is a mix of independence and unexpected lessons. In this video, we'll uncover the truths about living alone in later years, what people don't tell you until you're living it yourself. We'll explore practical tips and inspiring stories from maintaining your home to staying socially and emotionally fulfilled. Stay with us until the end, as we share strategies to turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and happiness. Let's begin with one of the most important topics: how to prepare for emergencies when living alone. Safety and peace of mind start with good preparation. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot to us. If you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm also eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0 instead. Your feedback is crucial, as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now let's get started. 1. Being your own emergency backup. One of the most striking realities of living alone as you grow older is the understanding that you are your own safety net. There's no one immediately available to notice if something goes wrong, and this can be both a liberating and daunting responsibility. It's a truth that many people don't consider until they're faced with it. Imagine a scenario shared by a woman on an online forum. She slipped and fell in her home, and it took hours for anyone to discover her because she had no regular check-ins with others. This experience is not uncommon. Stories like this emphasize the importance of being proactive about your safety, especially if you live in a more remote area or lack close neighbors. Practical solutions can provide peace of mind. For instance, many older adults choose to carry their phones here, even in the shower. While this might seem excessive to some, it's a precaution that ensures help is always within reach. Another popular choice is wearing a smartwatch or medical alert system that can detect falls and send alerts. These tools empower you to live independently while minimizing the risks associated with being alone. Another thoughtful idea is installing an emergency key lockbox outside your home. This allows trusted friends or family members to access your house quickly in case of an emergency without resorting to drastic measures like breaking a window. A woman once shared how installing a lockbox gave her not only practical security but also emotional reassurance that she wouldn't be entirely on her own if something happened. Being your own emergency backup isn't about living in fear. It's about being prepared. Taking these small but impactful steps allows you to live confidently, knowing you've accounted for potential risks. Independence is a gift, but ensuring it's paired with safety makes it even more rewarding. 2. Loneliness, even for introverts. Living alone can often feel like a dream come true for introverts. After all, it offers the peace and autonomy to live life on your own terms. However, even the most self-sufficient and reserved individuals can face bouts of loneliness, particularly as they grow older. It's a challenge that catches many by surprise and one that requires thoughtful solutions. As time goes on, social circles tend to shrink. Friends may move away, retire, or pass on, leaving fewer people to share your days with. A man once shared on a forum how he went several days without speaking to another person. While he appreciated the freedom of living alone, he found himself missing the casual, everyday interactions that come with sharing space, whether it's discussing the weather or deciding what to cook for dinner. For many, pets become a lifeline. Having a dog, cat, or even a bird can provide companionship, routine, and a sense of purpose. As one woman mentioned, her cat might not talk, but he was always there to greet her when she came home. That small sense of connection made a profound difference in her life. Pets not only alleviate loneliness, but also encourage physical activity and emotional well-being. Another way to combat loneliness is to actively build new connections. Though meeting new people may feel daunting, it's never too late to form meaningful relationships. Joining local community groups, participating in hobby classes, or even engaging in online forums with like-minded individuals can open doors to friendships and social interactions. Small steps can make a big impact. For example, make it a habit to call a friend or family member regularly, or invite a neighbor over for a cup of tea. These moments of connection, however brief, can fill the void that solitude sometimes brings. Loneliness is a natural emotion, and it doesn't define your ability to live alone successfully. Acknowledging it as a part of life allows you to take proactive steps to nurture your emotional health and build relationships that enrich your independence. 3. The challenge of home maintenance. One of the hidden realities of living alone, particularly as you grow older, is the increasing difficulty of maintaining your home. What were once simple tasks can become more exhausting over time, leaving many older adults feeling overwhelmed by even basic upkeep. A woman on an online forum shared how she would keep a running list of home repairs and chores. Despite her good intentions, most of those tasks remained undone, not because she didn't care, but because tackling them alone felt daunting. This experience is common, as energy levels naturally shift with age, making physical labor more challenging. Tasks like mowing the lawn, cleaning gutters, or vacuuming large spaces can be especially taxing. While some people push through these activities, others let them slide, only to find themselves feeling stressed by the growing list of unfinished work. The key to overcoming this challenge is knowing when and how to seek help. Hiring professionals for heavy lifting tasks like plumbing repairs or landscaping is one option. It might seem like an added expense, but investing in assistance can provide relief and allow you to focus on the things you enjoy. Alternatively, reaching out to family or friends can be a way to get support without feeling isolated. Many people are happy to lend a hand when asked. It's just about taking that first step to request help. For those living on a budget, downsizing can be a practical solution. Moving to a smaller space reduces the amount of upkeep required, making maintenance less of a burden. One man shared his experience of moving from a large family home to a cozy apartment. He found the transition liberating, as it allowed him to spend less time cleaning and more time enjoying hobbies. Sometimes, it's not about completing every task, but prioritizing what truly matters. Letting go of perfection and focusing on essential repairs or areas of the home that bring you joy can make the process more manageable. Maintaining your home doesn't have to mean doing it all. It's about finding a balance that works for you. 4. The importance of daily routines. When you live alone, especially in your later years, daily routines take on a much deeper significance. Without a partner or housemate to share responsibilities or spark spontaneous plans, routines often become the backbone of your day. They provide a sense of stability, purpose, and even comfort amidst the quiet of solo living. Many older adults have shared how their routines bring them a sense of control and joy. For one woman in her 70s, mornings start with the same favorite song playing softly in the background as she prepares breakfast. This small ritual not only fills her home with warmth, but also sets a positive tone for her day. Another man spoke of his daily gardening routine, explaining that it wasn't just about tending to his plants, but about the structure and purpose it gave him. Routines don't have to be elaborate to be meaningful. Whether it's a cup of coffee on the porch at sunrise, an afternoon walk, or watching a favorite TV show in the evening, these habits become personal rituals. They anchor your day and create moments of peace and predictability in an otherwise open schedule. However, the importance of routines extends beyond mere structure. They can also bring joy and help ward off feelings of aimlessness. A woman once shared how her nightly ritual of lighting candles and journaling gave her a sense of closure and calm at the end of the day. For her, it was more than just a habit, it was a way to connect with herself. Some might see having a routine as rigid, but it's quite the opposite. It's about crafting your day in a way that aligns with your values and priorities. You can always adapt and experiment, finding what works best for you. The key is to identify what gives you peace and allows you to stay grounded in the life you're building for yourself. 5. Cooking for one, a challenge and a reward. Cooking for yourself may seem straightforward, but when you live alone, it often turns into an unexpectedly tricky task. Without the need to prepare meals for others, the motivation to cook can dwindle. For some, the effort of making a full meal feels excessive, leading to a reliance on frozen dinners or takeout. But cooking for one doesn't have to be a chore. It can become an act of self-care and a source of joy. Many older adults share stories of how they struggled to maintain healthy eating habits when cooking just for themselves. One woman explained that she initially found it easier to microwave pre-packaged meals, but over time, she realized it was affecting her health and mood. She decided to shift her perspective, treating cooking as a creative outlet rather than a mundane necessity. Batch cooking is one practical way to make meal preparation more manageable. Preparing larger portions of your favorite dishes and storing them in portions for later ensures you always have something homemade and nutritious at hand. This approach not only saves time, but also eliminates the need to start from scratch every day. Others have found joy in exploring new recipes and experimenting with ingredients. Cooking can become a hobby, a way to challenge yourself and try flavors you've never considered before. One man described how he started to view cooking as a personal project, turning his kitchen into a space of exploration and discovery. What once felt like a burden transformed into a highlight of his day. Cooking for one is also a way to remind yourself that you're worth the effort. Preparing a meal, setting the table, and savoring the food you've made are small yet powerful affirmations of self-respect. As one woman said, "Even if I'm the only one eating, I deserve a plate that's beautifully arranged and food that I enjoy." It's true that cooking for one can feel lonely at times, but it can also be a moment of mindfulness and creativity. Turn on some music, listen to a favorite podcast, or enjoy the quiet as you chop vegetables and stir sauces. These small acts of care show that living alone doesn't mean neglecting yourself. It means prioritizing your well-being in thoughtful ways. 6. The quiet, a blessing and a curse. One of the most surprising aspects of living alone is the silence. After years of a bustling household, busy work environments, or the constant hum of family life, the quiet of living alone can feel jarring. For some, it's a gift, a chance to reflect, recharge, and enjoy the peace. For others, it's a heavy emptiness that amplifies feelings of isolation. Many older adults describe how evenings, in particular, can feel overwhelmingly quiet. One woman shared that after her children moved out and her spouse passed away, the silence became almost unbearable. To fill the void, she began leaving the radio on while completing chores, finding comfort in the background noise. Similarly, a man said he started playing podcasts during the day, enjoying the sense of having someone there, even if only through a voice on a speaker. On the other hand, some find the quiet to be restorative. After a lifetime of responsibilities and interruptions, silence provides a space for thought and creativity. It can be an opportunity to explore new hobbies, meditate, or simply enjoy the calm. One man explained that his evening ritual of sitting quietly in his garden allowed him to reconnect with himself and process the events of the day. There are practical ways to manage the silence if it becomes overwhelming. Music, audiobooks, or even a favorite TV show can add warmth and energy to your home. Small changes like playing soft music during dinner or tuning into an engaging audiobook while knitting can transform an otherwise lonely moment into something soothing. At the same time, it's important to embrace the quiet for what it is, a reminder of your independence and the freedom to shape your environment as you wish. It's not about avoiding silence, but finding a balance that works for you. The quiet, while challenging at times, can also be a powerful tool for self-discovery. Silence can be managed and even cherished, but living alone also requires a proactive approach to maintaining physical activity. Without the encouragement of a partner or group, it's easy to slip into a sedentary lifestyle. Let's explore how to stay active and healthy in the next section. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 7. Staying physically active. Living alone often means fewer prompts to get up and move. Without a partner encouraging you to go for a walk or the need to attend shared activities, it's easy to slip into a more sedentary lifestyle. Over time, this lack of activity can take a toll on both physical and mental health, making it essential to stay intentional about movement. One man shared his experience on a forum, explaining how he slowly stopped taking his daily walks after moving to live alone. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal, but over time, he began noticing stiffness in his body and a decline in his overall energy. It wasn't until a doctor encouraged him to resume walking that he realized how much his inactivity had impacted him. Incorporating even small amounts of physical activity into your daily routine can make a significant difference. Set a step goal for the day, take short walks around your neighborhood, or do light stretching exercises in the morning to ease stiffness. These activities not only help maintain physical health, but also improve mood and mental clarity. For those who find it difficult to stay motivated, having a purpose can make all the difference. One woman decided to adopt a dog specifically to encourage herself to stay active. Taking the dog for daily walks became a non-negotiable part of her routine, providing both companionship and a reason to get moving. Engaging in group activities can also be a great way to stay active while connecting with others. Many communities offer fitness classes tailored to older adults, such as yoga, tai chi, or water aerobics. These classes often emphasize gentle movements, improving flexibility and balance without putting strain on the body. If traditional exercise feels daunting, remember that physical activity can take many forms. Gardening, dancing to your favorite songs in the living room, or choosing stairs over the elevator are all simple ways to stay mobile. The key is consistency, finding activities you enjoy, and making them a regular part of your life. Physical activity isn't just about staying fit. It's about maintaining independence and enhancing your quality of life. The more intentional you are about moving, the easier it becomes to enjoy all the other aspects of living alone. Staying physically active helps you feel more in control of your body, but living alone can also alter your sense of time. Without the rhythms of others to guide your schedule, days can feel either too long or like they're slipping away. In the next section, we'll explore how to manage this unique experience. 8. The shifting sense of time. When living alone, time can begin to feel different. Without the external rhythms of a partner's work schedule or a household full of activity, days may seem to stretch on endlessly, or conversely, slip away unnoticed. Many older adults have spoken about how their relationship with time changes in unexpected ways, requiring them to develop strategies to create balance and structure. One man shared how, after retiring and losing his spouse, he found himself losing track of the days. Without the usual markers like shared meals or plans with family, he sometimes couldn't tell whether it was Monday or Friday. For him, time began to feel like a blur, and it affected his sense of purpose. To regain control, many people find it helpful to implement loose schedules. For instance, designating specific days for certain tasks, such as grocery shopping on Mondays or house cleaning on Thursdays, can help bring a sense of rhythm back to life. Even small habits, like having coffee at the same time each morning or dedicating Sunday afternoons to a favorite hobby, provide meaningful anchors in the day. Engaging in activities that create anticipation also helps break up the monotony of time. Whether it's joining a weekly book club, attending a local art class, or gardening in the late afternoon, having something to look forward to can make each day feel more purposeful. Others find solace in simply embracing the natural flow of time. Without the pressure of a rigid schedule, you have the freedom to let the day unfold organically. One woman described how she learned to appreciate slow mornings, allowing herself to linger over breakfast and a book without feeling rushed. For her, this unstructured time was a newfound luxury. It's important to find what works best for you. Whether that's sticking to a detailed routine or embracing flexibility, the goal is to create a life that feels fulfilling and manageable. With a little intention, the shifting sense of time can become an opportunity to design your days around what truly matters to you. 9. Decluttering. Balancing sentiment and simplicity. Living alone brings a unique perspective to the belongings you surround yourself with. On one hand, decluttering can be easier when you're the only one deciding what to keep or discard. On the other hand, every object takes on deeper significance, becoming a reflection of your memories and life story. The process of decluttering, therefore, becomes both a practical task and an emotional journey. A woman on a forum once shared how she struggled to part with items that held sentimental value. Even though she no longer needed them, they reminded her of special moments or loved ones. For her, letting go of an object felt like closing a chapter of her life. And that emotional weight often stopped her from taking action. This hesitation is common, especially for those who live alone. When there's no one else in the house, every item seems to represent a piece of your history. However, holding on to too much can create clutter, making your living space feel overwhelming rather than peaceful. Start small if the task feels daunting. Choose one drawer, one shelf, or one corner of a room to focus on at a time. This approach makes the process more manageable and allows you to reflect on each item without feeling rushed. For objects with strong sentimental value, consider taking a photo before parting with them. This way, you preserve the memory without needing to keep the physical item. Some older adults choose to declutter with their family in mind. One man explained that downsizing his belongings gave him peace of mind, knowing his children wouldn't have to sort through everything after he was gone. For him, simplifying his home wasn't just about his comfort, but also about making things easier for his loved ones. Decluttering isn't about embracing minimalism for its own sake. It's about creating a space that feels like a true reflection of who you are today. Keep the things that bring you joy or serve a purpose, and let go of what no longer aligns with your current life. As you clear away the excess, you'll find a renewed sense of clarity and connection to the space around you. While decluttering helps bring order and meaning to your home, living alone also changes the dynamics of your social life. In the next section, we'll explore how social invitations may decrease and how to take charge of creating meaningful connections and moments of joy. 10. Taking charge of your social life. As you grow older and live alone, you might notice a decline in social invitations. This isn't necessarily because people care less about you, but rather because their own lives become busier with family, careers, or relocations. For many, this change can feel isolating, but it also presents an opportunity to take control of your social life and create moments of connection on your terms. One woman shared how she used to wait by the phone, hoping friends or family would invite her to gatherings. Over time, she realized that waiting only made her feel more disconnected. So she took a proactive approach. Instead of waiting for invitations, she began organizing her own events, such as small coffee meetups or casual dinner nights. She found that others were more than happy to join. They simply hadn't thought to initiate. Creating your own social opportunities allows you to shape them around your interests and preferences. For example, if you enjoy crafting, consider hosting a DIY night with friends. If you're a fan of movies, plan a weekly watch party. The beauty of organizing these activities is that they give you a sense of control while also fostering connection. For those who prefer outdoor activities, group outings can be both fun and healthful. One man in his 60s started a neighborhood walking group, inviting neighbors to join him on Sunday mornings for a stroll through local trails. The group not only kept him physically active, but also gave him a sense of community and purpose. Socializing doesn't always have to be grand or formal. Even small gestures like inviting a neighbor over for tea or calling a friend for a chat can make a big difference. The key is to take the first step. Many people around you might also be looking for connection, but aren't sure how to initiate it. Living alone means you have the freedom to design your social life in ways that suit you best. While it's natural to feel a sense of loss when invitations decline, it's also empowering to know you can create your own sense of belonging and joy. Taking charge of your social life is essential for emotional well-being. But another critical aspect of living alone is prioritizing self-care. In the next section, we'll explore why self-care becomes even more important when no one else is there to notice or encourage you. 11. The vital importance of self-care. When you live alone, the responsibility of taking care of yourself rests solely on your shoulders. This independence is empowering, but it also means that neglecting self-care can happen all too easily. Without someone to notice small changes, like skipping meals or staying in the same clothes for days, it becomes tempting to let things slide. However, prioritizing self-care is not just a luxury. It's a necessity for maintaining both physical and emotional well-being. A man once shared how, after years of living alone, he fell into a pattern of neglect. He skipped meals, stopped exercising, and spent most of his time on the couch. It wasn't until he began experiencing health issues that he realized he needed to change. For him, reclaiming his self-care routine became a way to remind himself of his own worth. Simple acts of self-care, like preparing nutritious meals, getting dressed each morning, or maintaining a regular hygiene routine, are powerful affirmations of self-respect. One woman described her evening ritual of lighting candles, applying a face mask, and reading her favorite book. These small, intentional actions helped her feel nurtured and gave her a sense of control over her day. Self-care isn't limited to physical needs. It also includes nurturing your mental health. This might mean taking time to meditate, practicing gratitude, or simply doing something that brings you joy, like gardening, painting, or listening to music. Engaging in these activities not only lifts your mood, but also helps combat feelings of isolation. It's important to remember that self-care is about consistency, not perfection. You don't have to create an elaborate routine, just find what works for you. Small steps, like cooking a favorite meal or going for a short walk, can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Living alone means taking responsibility for your happiness and health. While it might feel challenging at times, it's also an opportunity to prioritize yourself in ways that you couldn't before. After all, taking care of yourself is one of the greatest gifts you can give to your future. Embracing the journey of living alone. Living alone as an older adult is a complex experience, filled with both challenges and unique rewards. While it requires adaptability and self-awareness, it also offers the freedom to design a life that reflects your values, needs, and desires. This phase of life is an opportunity to embrace independence while recognizing the importance of preparation, connection, and self-care. The challenges we've explored, being your own emergency backup, combating loneliness, managing home maintenance, and maintaining physical and emotional well-being, are all real but surmountable. With intentionality and a willingness to adapt, you can transform these obstacles into opportunities for personal growth. Many older adults share stories of finding unexpected joy in living alone. Whether it's the quiet satisfaction of mastering a new recipe, the comfort of a daily routine, or the pride of creating a space that's entirely their own, living solo can become a deeply fulfilling experience. One man shared how he used this time to rediscover forgotten hobbies, dedicating afternoons to woodworking, a passion he had neglected for decades. Living alone doesn't mean living in isolation. Building a supportive community, whether through neighbors, friends, or online groups, can help you stay connected and enriched. Taking the initiative to create social opportunities or participate in community activities strengthens your sense of belonging and adds layers of meaning to your life. Moreover, this journey is a chance to embrace simplicity. Decluttering and letting go of possessions tied to the past can create a sense of clarity and freedom, allowing you to focus on the present and the future. It's a symbolic process of shaping your environment to reflect who you are today, not just who you once were. Above all, remember that living alone doesn't mean you have to face everything by yourself. Reaching out for help, whether it's from family, friends, or professional services, is a sign of strength, not weakness. Surrounding yourself with the people and resources that uplift you ensures that you're not navigating this journey alone. This chapter of life is an invitation to celebrate your individuality, resilience, and adaptability. While challenges are inevitable, so too are the moments of joy, peace, and accomplishment that come from building a life that's uniquely yours. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from this topic. Have any thoughts or personal experiences to share? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join our community for more empowering content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, embrace the journey with confidence.